You guys want to play pool?
I just started it. Hello, everybody. God.
Oh
As soon as the stream went live, that was the first, like the second it went live.
I mean, it's not the worst cold open.
And it's not the worst. We've
It's
done
not the
so
worst.
much worse.
Episode 25 is my favorite cold open.
Oh god.
Let's not worry about that right now.
We are not here to worry about that.
Do you want me to do the recap for you?
You know what? Yes.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Papihos session 124. In the last episode, our bunch, after being airstriked by Lacom, made their way towards the tower in the center of the road. And along the way, they encountered some creatures attempting to evacuate. But, going past that minor hiccup, they approached the tower. As they approach the tower, another minor hiccup begins. As the resident monster expert, I'll say, Rem, slowly begins to piece together that something is in front of the tower, and it might be something he recognized. But too late off that realization, the group is attacked where Gil is swallowed by a purple worm. Zex is also swallowed in this encounter, but as our adventurers are going on their mission, they deal with this rather quickly and make their way towards the tower. In that way, they manage to get past the illusionary door, go inside, and come face to face with some of Lacom's atrocities. And this time, Nime has also been buffed. We realize we have to leave Silex behind, and we go up 2 floors. The first one, a room of ashen-filled zombies that they clear quite deftly. And the second floor, a room of trolls in suspended animation, of which they go through, disarming the traps along the way. And that's exactly where we drop now, on the second floor out of the third floor, I guess, of the 7th floor tower, making their way towards Lacom. And with that, I'm going to hand it back off to our DM, who is in a state of sleep deprivation. So be patient with him. He's eepy.
I'm going to kill people tonight. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you so much for Helminia for giving that wonderful recap. But besides Helminia, we also have joining us James, Suzanne, Alpha, and Jazz for our session. And yes, with one slight addition, just letting people know that the yellow dots that are currently encircling our heroes of Suna, Zex, and Nime are actually death wards that have been bestowed on them by Rem as they travel up this tower. With that said, let's get right back into it. You all begin moving up in the staircase between the 3rd and 4th floors, Rem leading the way. Rem, you can hear the, general ambient sound of the stone creaking with the wooden kind of staircase underneath that you guys had checked and actually had discovered the kind of final, almost middle finger trap that may have spelled disaster for the group that you all avoided. You all begin single file heading up the staircase, watching for anything to come out. But luckily, it seems the staircase does not have any surprises waiting for you. Rem, you get up to the top of this staircase onto the 4th floor, and you see another door that is blocking your entrance to the 4th floor. Anything special you'd like to do, or just simply open it?
Examine this door for bombs with guidance.
Investigation.
And also stealth.
All right, we'll do investigation first.
And it's a bad night with a crisp 10.
10. The door doesn't seem to be trapped.
Now for my disadvantaged stealth.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm going to throw guidance on this too, if possible.
You're all good.
And this is a bit better with 24.
24. You crouch down in the shadows given by the staircase and slowly, cautiously open the door. What you all see before you is a laboratory. You can see an array of desks, shelves, and others spread out among this floor of identical size of the other 3 that you've moved past. You see tools covering each of the tables, different sheets and scraps of parchments, different vials with different fluids within them. On the other side of the room, following the pattern that you've seen, seems to be another wooden door, which you would suspect would be the staircase up to the next floor. However, you don't see anything immediately dangerous or pressing as you look into the room.
I will, if allowed, I'd like to, well, I have to, it's not Arcana to detect a room, it would be, investigation, right?
It would be investigation to look around.
I will slowly come into this room, and I'd like to roll another investigation if possible, with guidance if viable.
Yep, this is all,
Above board?
well, above board in the moment. Your character's deciding to do this rather than this being a passive roll, so go for it. The rest of you can filter in if wanted.
Can I use a help action to give advantage? I do have proficiency in investigation.
You can. So Zex will
Have
shuffle
advantage.
towards the front of the group to assist Rem in this investigation.
Relevant. Very relevant. 25.
25. You parse through and you can divide these all into, you can see like a mixing station bench where different various liquids of unknown origins, some of them bubbling intensely, others sitting very still in its basic form. Another bench itself seems to have different like pliers and hammers and these stretching tools and clamps that seem to be clean. They don't seem to be recently been used, but are spread out. Another table, you can see different forms of crystals, like crushed quartz powder that is lining along the side of this workbench. And all along, you can see different like scratch marks and almost like whoever was working in this laboratory, the immediate first answer would probably be Lacom herself, is just carving, like quickly taking anything sharp with an edge, and if she doesn't have a piece of paper to jot it down on, carving into the bookshelves, carving into the desks, as you can see different scrawling notes of a language, Rem and Zex, that neither of you recognize.
Really?
That's an interesting thing. Shall I list the languages that I speak?
You are both welcome to, so the audience knows which languages this is not.
Can I take a look?
Rem, you start because you're the wider net.
I have Common, Gnomish, Elvish, Deep Speech, and Celestial. Do these fall within my scope?
These are not within your scope. Zex, what languages do you add to this advantage investigation roll that ultimately become useless?
Common, Infernal, and Draconic.
Mm-hmm. None of these languages.
Interesting.
I want to come join the party. I want to throw more languages into the list.
Absolutely. Unless if you know I'm joking. We need 3 people at one time to look at it and know
Bill?
Common.
Maybe. Gil has something up his sleeve, I remember.
Outside of common, I
Mhm.
speak draconic,
Mm-hmm.
giant,
Mhm.
and primordial.
Mm-hmm.
Your silence tells me that I don't know what's written.
I mean, you look at it and no.
The next,
What about the rabbit?
Hold on.
If I squint,
If you squint, you can see that there's one like mathematical equation that she did in Draconic.
Oh,
But
cool.
you don't know math very well.
I was gonna say I don't really know math, so I'm still stupid.
Nina is apparently taking a look.
Nime's taking a look.
Yeah,
Nime-
I would like to go look.
Okay. What
Um,
languages are you throwing on the pile?
Sylvan.
I love how she didn't say common before. Like,
Well, yeah, because everybody else already said everything that I can speak.
I
The only
know.
thing that nobody else had said was Sylvan.
Uh-huh.
I know, but it was funny for everyone to say common first, and I was almost about to say aha.
Sure.
Are there any, like, notebooks around that she
I
might have
have-
scrawled in, besides, you know, the notes written into the bookshelves?
I have one more thing to throw on the table.
Go for it.
The linguist allows me to create coded ciphers. Is this a coded cipher that I would need to decipher?
I will allow you. So it wasn't. No, you were. I don't want to say it out loud because then you'll have a little bit of a hint of it. But I do believe you will get to roll this with advantage. This is
You don't
an
know-
intelligence check.
Can I? My
You can
head
have
is going to
some
fucking explode.
Inspiration.
I'll have some guidance as well.
And I will. Yeah.
Start rolling them head exploding dice.
Well, I can't roll the head exploding dice because someone jailed it at the beginning of stream.
Ooh,
Good.
ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh,
Her power has been diminished.
intelligence.
Intelligence.
Modifier. 34.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
I
So I'm
rolled
gonna-
a natural 20 on the advantage.
So I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it out loud. You did happen to list Celestial as your language, right? One of them.
I did.
Yeah. This.
It was
Is-
ciphered celestial.
Well, that's not full. You begin like just kind of parsing over this as the rest of the team spreads out and looking at bubbling vials and all of these things, but you're focusing on the carvings on the tables. Gills looks at it with you as well, and although he doesn't seem to be pulling too much from it, he does make a comment. He's like, there's Draconic that I can't read. It's the math. But this is a dual language cipher.
How's
As
your-
you recognize patterns in the Celestian speech, and then piece together the sections that you don't know are most likely in a Draconic scripture. As she is, or was, interweaving the words like someone who is intensely bilingual, like how someone when they speak almost interjects with like phrases or singular words from another language, but both of these are from like a ciphered version of both of the languages that they are simultaneously writing the same as. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it's like how sometimes they'll just throw in an English word because it's just easier.
Mm-hmm. But this the two languages elected here are Celestial and Draconic.
Piecing this together with Gil, can I read this?
So it is a you can read sections of it because unfortunately this is like ciphering, and you're able to like slowly get through the weaker portions of this because it's even Lacom's not going to come up with like the Enigma code for lab notes. It's just almost like how her head seems to work. It's moving so quickly that, of course, it's got a minor layer of security on it. Otherwise, she wouldn't have put it somewhere so permanent and so easy for people to see, obviously.
This is wizard notes.
Yeah. And so you're finding, like, portions. It almost reading like a recipe book, but of recipes that do not involve foods. You can see in one section it's talking about, like, crushed ruby, and then it divulges into Draconic that you yourself can't speak, and it moves into another part where it's talking about Otiug blood, and then it rolls again into Draconic, and it's this back and forth of, like, these are different, these seem to be, it seems to be working like a recipe would, but not for something someone would eat.
Can I decipher this and then give it to Gil so that to common for him the celestial parts, put in the draconic parts, and then give him the draconic and have him piece through that.
Have him piece through the math of it?
Yeah, can he decipher the draconic parts? I decipher can he read that part? I read the other half, and we meet somewhere in the middle.
I will give it a chance. Gilgamesh.
I rolled a 34.
I know you did. Doesn't matter.
If it's int.
I was gonna say that
int.
I'm gonna get given this.
You're gonna get what?
And I'm like just whatever cipher.
Oh, what he gave you? Yeah.
Right, like whatever remaining draconic I need to read.
I'm
gonna look at it, and I'm gonna read like 2 lines, and it's just gonna be so boring. It's just painstakingly annoying to do this, and I'm just gonna give it to Zex because and I'm gonna go walk around and look at things.
No, let's get an active perception check out here, shall we?
Oh, all right.
Whatever. Am I able to call that out? Can we get an active perception check out here?
Perception?
Yeah.
From everybody?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
Sure.
To not die. So let's just make sure everything's not.
Oh,
trapped.
you just
Get a watchful eye on this room here. No trap doors with boogeymen in them. Hopefully.
16.
But it would be cool if there were.
It's always cool if there are.
Excited.
That's a 33.
Okay.
My active is worse than my passive. I have a 16 feet there. Or 17, actually.
I have an 18.
You all take a second. Everyone who's moving, shuffling around the laboratory pauses. And those of you with sharp hearing and sharper eyes do not see anything but the stone of the laboratory, the wood of the doors and bookcases and desks, and the soft, bubbling sound of the active ingredients in vials. For the moment, you seem to be good.
Awesome.
All right. No, Zex, I believe you're about to do something?
Oh yeah, I have to make the intelligence check now, don't I?
You do, and because you do not have linguist, you don't get
right?
advantage, but you
And I
do
have-
get to roll.
I have guidance. please.
Yeah, if allowed. I mean,
Mhm.
if I've determined that it's like wizard scrawlings, could we perhaps do an arcana if they're proficient?
I would still be saying intelligence.
Okay. Well, have your guidance.
This is
and
more
have
about
fun.
deciphering than like deciphering does not mean necessarily understanding. You're getting an understanding of the grammar, not necessarily what they mean.
Linguists carrying its weight.
Mm-hmm.
That is... I'm doing math.
We love math here.
My brain is a little fried, I apologize. 25.
Nice. You both look over this, and I would say at the specific section, I'm just gonna choose one.
Give us a juicy part.
Let's do a juicy one.
Well, give us the juicy bits.
Make this room relevant for me.
Make me care. You look over, and there's the section of celestial. Another one of draconic is talking about any section that would basically hold like fiber strands in someone's body, for example, hair or fingernails. Another section that you transcribe is talking about it doesn't have to be natural, but it works better if it's natural, of snow and ice that are shattered. You then look about like creating a mold from the main subject, giving enough room to actually fully form a viable substitute. I would like both of you in this moment, so this is a moment thing, please make an Arcana check.
I'm pretty bad at those.
I
Did you save that inspiration from last time?
Nope, that got used.
Unfortunate. Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, much worse.
What do you got?
I had a 12.
I have an 18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
That is enough. You are reading this and thinking about how it requires the casing and stuff. This is older text scrawled across, and you realize this is detailing of how to make a faux body and give it basically light cloning properties. It's incomplete, as you can see. Some methods of it are created and scratched out, but a sizable recipe for a duplicate humanoid has been created. Along with it, you see details that have fallen by the wayside or kind of out of the way of using a small blend of rare herbs and diamonds and quartz to repair that. It's referred to as a proxy body, stating that the body is extremely fragile. And you realize this is like this may either be where she makes other Lacoms, or this is where they created the recipe for it.
So this is the recipe for the casting of the spell Simulacrum, basically?
With some modifications.
Interesting. Can we take this with us?
The desk?
Wherever this recipe is written.
On the
Can we
desk?
throw it
It's
through the
etched
portal?
into a desk.
It is etched into a desk.
Do you
Write
have
it down,
paper?
maybe.
I was
do,
going to
but
say, do you have paper?
I have no interest in this.
give me the paper, and I'm gonna make a rub of it, and then I'll look at it more later.
I have lots of paper.
What do you be writing on that paper? Huh? Erotic
Don't-
tiefling fan fiction, huh?
Don't fucking worry about it. What's your beef with tieflings, huh? Sounds a little.
My beef is that you want too much of their beef.
Damn. Damn.
Cooking me may out here.
Species.
Roasted rabbit. Happy Easter.
Holy shit.
I wouldn't even put any liquor in me yet. This isn't even my final form. Anyway, I'll let them do that. And if this room doesn't have anything else of note, I'm prepared to move up.
Unless if you want to investigate any of the vials or ingredients, not really.
I ain't touching that shit.
Are there any other...
I'll take a look. We'll see. Sure. I'm not, like... I'll see. And with my herbalism and alchemy, like, I guess I could do, like... Can I roll something to identify what the hell this is?
If you want to.
With as little touching as possible. Sure. What is this?
I love how you specified as little touching as possible. This does require you, and yes, you do have the herbalism knowledge. You also have the alchemist knowledge. This will be a nature check, but you will get advantage because of your of your knowledges, as we put it.
Guidance time?
You initiated the look. This was not thrust upon you.
19.
19. You look, and as you kind of approach the beakers that are both bubbling and not, you kind of feel in the sense of your stomach that your initial sense of not getting too close to these is probably correct. You aren't able to identify them at all, basically from a distance. You can't tell whether there's something mixed together or several ingredients that are kept apart, ready to be mixed. But you don't feel entirely comfortable about actually, as you put it, getting closer and putting your hands on them. You're to a net 0 at this point.
Someone cooked here. I'm not willing to touch that because it's not gonna provide me. She's not just gonna leave the anti-Lacom potion on the desk. Would she? Maybe. No, I'm not. I'm not touching this unless someone asks me to. I ain't touching this shit.
I mean, if you find an anti-Lacom potion, grab that shit, but... Otherwise, yeah, probably don't touch anything.
Ah, fuck. All right, I'm touching it.
You're touching it?
I want to be very, very cautious in this investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to see if there's any traps here. I will roll everything in my arsenal to not be blown up right now.
You're rolling once again to attempt to identify them.
Yes.
Okay. This will be a second straight nature check. No advantage.
But guidance?
Yes, guidance.
I'd really love to be inspired right now. You got any more of those on you? Probably not. You're not saying nothing to me, so. I probably have no clue what this is with a crisp 16.
16. You look at them and you're not able to identify much. As you kind of lift the set not far off the desk and kind of keeping an arm's length at them as you study the mixtures of green, purple, and deep red liquids that are on these beakers. One of them you notice is like slowly moving up the side of the beaker against the flow of gravity. And before you, let's say, stick around with your hands in this close by in the situation, you decide it is probably better for your health to put down the beaker set.
There's no anti-Lacom juice over here.
If you had... Never mind.
If I rolled a little bit higher?
Or a little bit lower.
I mean...
What did you roll?
I asked for some inspiration and you told me no.
I had to go answer the door. I'm sorry.
I only got a 16. Which ain't bad considering I have, like, my DVs lowered by having herbalism and alchemy to identify this.
Mm-hmm.
Was this just like Arcana check?
No, this was
a
nature.
check. I could give it a crisp Arcana check if viable, but I don't want to waste.
This stuff.
I could do a nature check if you want.
Arcana is not viable. Nature was the check.
It's moving upwards. What do you mean this is not Arcana? It's
probably like a slime of some kind.
I mean, I've deduced all I can from this with my apprehension. I think I gotta know when I'm done. You're welcome to take a look. I wouldn't do it.
Can I be guided?
You can, but I still wouldn't do it.
I'm gonna give her a go.
All right. Make a nature check.
Oh no. That's a 10.
It's probably enough to know not to touch that shit.
Hopefully. If it's not, I'm losing my fingers.
Zex takes a gander at this, and you're looking and you're watching as they flow, and some of them bubbles. You're being mindful of the red one as it looks like the most volatile of the three, and you pick up the stand of these three vials, like looking at it, and you see what Rem means by one of them's moving. The green one is actually like almost defying gravity, sliding up the side of the tube. And as you like look at it, you watch as it hits the little ridge and then moves onto your thumb.
Onto my prosthetic.
Onto your onto your prosthetic and moves. You watch as this thing you watch as this thing moves up your arm, as in this moment, I don't know whether you'll be able to get this right now of like why it's doing this, but you watch as basically it slides almost like it's magnetized until it actually impacts onto skin. And as soon as it like creases, hitting the line of your prosthetic into the actual line of flesh on your body, you do feel this burning sensation, this very intense burning sensation that like seats into the side of your arm. And in this exact moment, you take 6 points of acid damage.
Acid is pretty neat. It is a slime then. That's pretty cool.
As it seems to... 6. As you watch, as all of you kind of see this hissing sound and like this small waft of smoke as it begins moving into Zex's arm. Is there anything someone wants to do before it actually burrows into his skin?
Sacred Flame!
Go for it.
Roll that dex for me.
1.
Do I need to roll a dex?
It's Sacred Flame! What the hell is a D8,
Purify
man?
the sinner.
Did it work?
We're gonna see how much damage.
Not enough. Not enough. 24.
That is more than
If I still
enough.
see it, I'm gonna prepare to hit it with the back end of my sword.
Okay.
As to not
You
that sex.
you see Zex, your arm just kind of just turns a light for a second as like this section which looks to be you see first like this line of blood that moves from your right hand turns green as like the actual slime acidic liquid tumbles like almost like a semi congealed blood down onto the ground, where it sits for half a second before you hear a whoop of Nime slamming the sword down onto it. Luckily for all of your guys' sake, it does not seem to move after being zapped.
No more touching things. Let's get going.
Are there any more vials lying around?
Let's get going.
Okay, fine.
All right. The marching order, we'll say, is the same as you step to the next door, Rem.
Gonna do that classic. Am I gonna blow up check?
We love the am I gonna blow up checks.
Can I assist for advantage if I go right behind Rem?
Sure, we can have Zex move up right behind him.
Guided advantage investigation. 24.
24. All seems to be good.
I'm gonna roll that disadvantage guided stealth to crack the next door open.
Alrighty. The ascent up the staircase over stepping through the
so-
wooden steps.
I rolled a nat 1
Okay.
for a total of 13.
It is a natural one.
It is a natural 1.
As this one, you begin lightly pushing against the door, and I'm pretty sure we've used the word cringe before, but you immediately set your teeth hard against each other as the entire door just as it opens. This intense screeching sound that is then diluted by the silence that follows as all of you wait, your spines tense and your shoulders bared ready for something to happen. Nothing does. Rem, what you see of the door that you have unceremoniously opened, you think you found out where the books and scrolls from the laboratory went. It's a library.
Oh, please don't let Metal Man whoop my ass in here
Yes.
again.
I love libraries.
Please
This-
don't let Metal Man whoop my ass again.
This is a massive library. Every single wall, minus the door where you are coming from, and a door that you see slightly off the perfect parallel to you on the far side. It is covered in books from the floor to the ceiling, with several books that look like they were masterclass made, seemingly tossed without a second thought or care in the world onto the ground, open and lying across the floor.
How long has it been since we've put that oiler shot beside me? Like 20 minutes?
Yeah, I would say so.
Like we spent like
You spent a good amount of time in the laboratory.
for like 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. I have no interest here. I think we should keep going.
Can I do a quick investigation to see which books look the most interesting and then shove those in
Maybe-
my bag?
You may be
Absolutely.
guided.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could take a
That's-
cursory glance.
Pretty okay. Gotta roll the guidance. Oh, perfect. I think that breaks 30, actually. Not quite. 29.
And this is for investigation?
This is investigation.
Got you. Well, to see what books look
you try.
interesting, I'd be using perception, so you might have actually gotten higher. But
Oh yes, I absolutely cracked 30 because that was an
Okay.
18 on the dice plus
It's-
14 plus 4.
I mean, this is it's a weird, like, it's so close but not quite right to what you had seen in the Lost City of books spanning the walls, except these look like vibrant and absolutely full, while the other ones filled you with a sense of loss and like emptiness. It does look like most the most important books will be, there is a deep red book with a golden binding that is sprawled out quite close to you guys, actually, only about like maybe 10 feet to your right, Zex. There is a further, like almost like a third of the way into the room, leading you towards the door, is this older black wrinkled leather book that isn't as like hard cased as some of the other ones you see. Let me actually pull up a good description of this one, because this one deserves a good description. As you've... There it is. You see with another one, there is a like red, rusty wax looking book with etched twine binding the pages together. On the cover of it is this deep set face of an older man with a beard flowing like snakes out of his face, and a hefty robe that actually pulls up over his head, obscuring part of his basically the edges of his face. However, set into the middle of his forehead looks to be like some sort of gem that you immediately feel would be linked to almost like some telepathic talent. As I make a very obvious, a very obvious one. And then the last one, I think that would be interesting to you, is one that is actually about maybe 15 feet away from the door on the far side. Because that one looks like it is made entirely of wood, but it looks like cloth on first glance, but on your double take, it looks like it is made out of wood, like a carpenter had made it.
That was 4 books, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I will grab all 4 of those books and just put them into my bag.
So you're just going to each of these books? Gotcha.
I'm going to each of the books. I'll start with the one closest to me and end at that wooden one.
Bomb check?
Oh yeah, probably should bomb check first.
Bomb check?
Fair point. Bomb check.
Get that. Now you can get your invest check in, Zex.
Do you have proficiency, Helminia?
I do not. Would you like me to do it instead?
I would love for you to
have
do
a
it
plus
instead.
9.
I have a plus 7.
I'll give it a go then.
Okay.
Grant me guidance. Rem.
And have an
bomb-
inspiration.
I might hold on to that. Rem, bomb check. Inspiration not needed. 24.
24. You look at how the book is haphazardly placed, and the thought strikes your head about why this is peculiar. Why would someone who is known as a collector would throw these books haphazardly around? Are they desperate, or is it something else? Stepping close to the book and seeing what you can see of not just the book itself, but what the book may be hiding, you can see the edge of a rune that the book is carving. That is carved into the floor underneath the book. There does seem to be something underneath the book.
Is that for all 4 of them or just the one?
That is this book. It is the deep red book with golden binding. That was the one that was the closest one that you walked up to before Rem said bomb check.
Bomb check. How big does a room look?
The room is all of the rooms that you've gone through are of identical size, so they are of a 65-foot diameter.
The rune.
Oh, the rune? The rune
Yeah.
is, well, small enough to almost completely be obscured by a book, so not very large.
Small enough to fit under a magic bowl?
Are you gonna fucking try to Indiana Jones the rune?
I'm gonna try and catch whatever spell is cast out of it in the bowl by putting the bowl on top of it.
Oh my god. You are welcome to try.
I'm gonna have Gil come and help me if he's willing.
You know what? This is a really stupid idea, and so of course I'm willing to come and help.
Perfect.
Alright. So, Rem, Suna, and Nime watch on as Zex carefully pulls a bowl.
And wait, can I check the other books to see if they're trapped first so I can maybe grab those before we start blowing up the room?
Okay. You can make so let's start with the next closest one, which would be the black book. You can make an investigation check.
For the sake of being honest, I did roll. I am going to give it to you even though I don't like it. The dispel is a 14. I'm eating the spell slot.
Okay.
Just for the sake of being honest here. I didn't say it before I rolled, but I'm gonna keep it a buck 100 here. I did roll. That's what I got.
I appreciate your honesty. Zex investigation.
Yep. That was a natural 20. So
Natural 20?
27.
Under the black book, you can actually see the faint rune obscured actually in the black wrinkles of the cover. This book has it on it.
Is there any way to tell what would trigger it? If it's pulling it out or opening the book?
I mean, your
That's a
knowledge
glyph
of
of
runes
warning.
beforehand is that moving the rune would trigger it.
Right. Let's check the other 2.
Okay, another investigation check. This is going to be for the book with a long description. You can actually make a somewhat. This is just a passive Arcana check. Actually, as you walk up and get a closer look.
My Arcana is a +4.
Okay.
And then the investigation is a 22.
Your Arcana was a 4 or a +4?
So you said Arcana was passive, right? Or do you want me to roll the dice?
I
for
said
that?
roll it as in like Rem can't
Okay.
give you the
Got
guidance.
it. Okay. So the Arcana is 19.
19.
Yes.
This looks like a naturally infused book. Like a naturally magically infused book. You struggle to think too much about what these kinds of books, what this kind of book would mean. And you think of there have been books that have been thought of and have been told around of stored energy, stored intellect, stored social skill that have been able to be passed down and enchanted. This kind of reminds you of one of them, of what you'd imagine it would look like.
We've seen one already.
This one is enough to give you the same vibe as that one, although it is not the same.
Can I tell more or less powerful?
I would say I will draw your eyes to the detail of it is the man on the cover has a gem embedded into his skull.
Right.
To give you an idea of what kind of background this book might be hinting towards.
Okay. Okay, and then the bomb check was a 22.
22. This one has a much larger circle around it, almost like this one was meant to be seen. This one is starkly different as it's a simple circle around that makes that fades into larger runes that spiral towards the book, almost as like a small safeguard.
Okay.
So while
let's
the
go
other
check
two
the
were
one.
hidden, this one's a little bit more obvious.
Okay. We can go and check the wooden run real quick.
Okay.
Bomb check for this one is a 23.
23. The first of the last, and it does not seem to have any type of trap. This one is a simple book with the School of Necromancy on the cover. However, as you look, it's not actually a book. There is a mechanism on the bottom that actually secures it to the wall. And you get a sense that this book might be a little bit more than it's supposed to be. This might be a mechanism of some sort.
Secret room. Okay, we're gonna go explore the room on the floor first, though.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Gilgamesh, are you still up for helping him?
I am always up for helping with stupid ideas.
Okay. So, it is up to you guys to detail how you are planning on Indiana Jonesing bowl catching whatever spell's going to come off of this. So,
Ever Zex wants to do it.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna get the bowl into the prosthetic hand. I'm gonna extend the claws to try and just get as good a grip on it as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have Gil put his hands on the side of the bowl to help hold it down. And then we're just going to Indiana Jones pull the book out and put the bowl right on top.
Not to be a hater or anything, but as someone that can use Glyph of Warding and has deactivated many a glyph and has an Arcana proficiency, this shit's not going to work, is it?
So
What is the end goal of this? Like what? Like
Book.
I would like to roll an Arcana.
Book.
Like, what is the likelihood of this? What is the likelihood of? I'm rolling an Arcana. What?
You also have to keep in mind, I've cast Glyph of Warding before in this campaign.
I have also done it. I'm still gonna hit you with that crisp Arcana. Is this gonna work out the way that he thinks it is?
Go for it.
Why did I roll 2? I don't have advantage. I'm gonna just re-roll.
If it's a target, it probably
15.
won't work. If it's a AoE, it might.
15.
15?
Yeah.
I mean,
What the
you've
hell?
never heard of it working, but you've also
Maybe
never
teach-
heard of anyone trying
Let's
it.
try it. I'm gonna step back.
Indy.
What do you need me to roll, JC? I'm ready.
So,
Me too.
what I'm going to do
Please
for
have
this...
guidance, please. I beg of you for guidance.
I mean, Rem will have to choose which one he gives guidance if either of you.
Rem has stepped away from the situation and is not getting closer.
I do want to
Unless you
ask.
come over.
I do want to
you're
ask
getting
Rem,
nothing.
how far away?
Oh, the normal amount. So 30 feet.
30 feet.
The
Fuck it.
normal amount.
60. 61.
So you are like on the other side of the room.
This is going to blow up. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
It's probably going to summon undead. That's what this is going to do.
Okay. So, one of you are yoinking the book. The other one is pushing the bowl. Oh, God. I
don't see why you seem so worried about this, JC. I really don't.
I would love.
This is genius and creative, and you should
could
reward
never
creativity.
and will never go wrong.
Nope. Never
I
can,
would
never
like
will.
sleight of hand checks from both of you.
Let's go.
Cool.
That's such a bad roll for me.
I need to check and see what the sleight of hand shit for the gloves of thievery is real quick.
Okay.
Oh, dice.
And Gil, were you the bowl boy?
I was the bowl boy.
Okay, Zex is the bowl.
So I
boy.
had my hand. So I had a hand on the bowl with
Yep.
the claws extended,
Yep.
and Gil had his hands on like the edges of the bowl on either side,
Uh-huh.
and I'm grabbing the book with my other hand.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I rolled a 15, which
Okay.
is pretty okay.
Not bad. So I have a
Probably
plus
not
20
good
to sleight
enough.
of hand. We'll see how this goes.
Give you
38.
my- Yep, okay, it does equal out then.
I am going to give you guys a chance. As in, obviously, there are some things that you as a DM cannot prepare for. So I'm going to use a variable
definitely
DC
one of
in this.
This is definitely one of them.
Gil, what did you get?
Me?
Yeah.
15? Why does that matter?
No, my 38 makes up for it.
I mean, you definitely did quite a good job, Zex.
The average is a 26. Come on.
I know it wasn't the best roll, but it wasn't that bad.
I should have
Gil.
inspired him before we started. Whoops.
Maybe. Let me see exactly what happens.
No!
We both
This
get
was
turned into a pile
genius.
of ash.
You can't
This
say
better
that.
not be finger. This better not be finger of death.
No. No.
Why would it be that?
Why
We
would
both
it be a
dissipate
finger
from
of death?
existence, never to be seen again.
No. What all of you see? I guess this is the chance. Me being kind to Suna and Nime. You guys weren't looking over their shoulders, were you?
Oh no.
No.
About how far?
Not even a little bit.
About how far away were you guys?
I want to say I didn't step back necessarily, but like I wasn't like over their shoulders, so probably like 10,
10
Feet.
feet?
like
Okay.
behind, like 10 feet back maybe.
Gotcha. Nime?
I didn't. They went into the secret room, right? That was a
No,
secret room?
they think there's a secret room. They did not go into it. This is 10 feet away from the entrance to the room.
I'm still at the entrance of the room. I
Okay,
haven't
so you're
moved.
about 10 feet away.
What's up, Nime? How's it going?
It's good. It's good. Are you
Soon
watching
to be
this
not
tomfoolery
good.
too?
Yeah.
Couple of
I
fucking
just hear
knuckleheads.
Gil mumble, ready to not be good, as Zex yanks the book away, and you watch the rune glow green as both of you attempt to slam the bowl. It's pretty much a split second before it thumbs out this sickly green energy that any person that is within 30 feet of it
Wow.
will need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well,
Let's go roll.
We didn't even prevent any of
Why
it.
don't you turn that off?
Yes, I'll counterspell that if I can.
What level?
Base level, and I'll roll for it.
Okay, you'll have to roll.
Okay, and that's just plus charisma, right? Probably.
Yes, it is plus your charisma.
And this is a ability check, technically, yes?
It is.
Awesome. So I've been doing this wrong. I actually have a +8 to my...
Oh, because of your bard ability?
Because of Jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're totally okay. That's a 13 plus 8, whatever that is, a 21.
21. You guys watch this green necrotic energy well up, and Zex, you just hurriedly, in the heat of the moment, you like drop to the ground and blow on it like a birthday cake with candles, and that infused with arcane energy just poofs away. Luckily, no one rolled that con save. Otherwise,
How fucked would we have been?
only like a
On a
fireball
scale
amount of
1 to
fucked.
10.
say
No,
fireball?
that would have destroyed all the books.
Maybe. Might have been the
I
point.
knew she was gonna
I
pull
mean,
some shit.
I would have
Just-
been fine, but I
This
can't
is
say
why
that for
I'm
everyone.
saying don't touch anything.
Just,
but no one
just
listens
like
to Grandpa.
I knew it, because she did the same shit in the Dungeon of Souls. I think.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I
But
think...
you have successfully countered the spell.
Cool.
Hooray!
Let's crack the book and see if it was worth it real quick.
It's gonna be empty.
Read the abstract on the first page.
Okay, you open this book to read the abstract, or possibly an obituary, or possibly an autobiography. However, you are unfortunately met with nothing but blank, gray, lifeless
knew it.
pages.
I knew
Cool.
it.
True Seeing is an awesome spell, so we're gonna do that later and shove that into my bag.
You shove the book into your bag.
Book is
Yeah.
actually a small subspace. You immediately die.
We all get sucked into the.
Yeah, that would
abstract real quick.
end the adventure
I mean-
right there.
Also, maybe we shouldn't be.
Yeah. Let's
Looking
not
at
touch
these-
anything else.
No, last
So-
check. I'm gonna go and just yank on the secret door book real quick.
No, no,
Zex
no.
walks.
He's
Zach-
not.
Vex,
We don't need to
Zach-
be wasting more counter spells. if
I'm
we can help it.
slippery.
I think I
Let
want to start walking
go.
upstairs. While Zex is doing this, I'm just gonna start going.
Okay. Zex walks over
I'm
towards the book with
fine.
everyone saying no. It seems like Zex, at the last moment, doesn't actually pull the book lever. Gil instead walks over to the far side, and you pull the door, and Gil, it doesn't open.
Okay, I'm gonna shoulder check this door. I'll give you a strength check.
I would love a
That's
strength
why
check.
we. That's why we pay him.
And you can pay me more. I got a nat 20 for a total of 24.
Oh, and this door is so hard to break, too.
And I got through it too, didn't
What
Yes.
I?
do you do?
As Gil, you fucking shoulder check the door, and you just hear this massive crack and crunch as the door gets pushed in. Everyone kind of looks at it for a second, and you like look over your shoulder and just kick the door the rest of the way in, the shattered halves of the door falling to the ground.
And I'm just gonna turn and
Onward.
walk through. Yeah, just kind of just go.
All right.
This is why I get paid the big bucks. I might not know how to do math, but I know how to get through a door, and that's
You're
what
getting
matters.
paid?
You guys are getting paid.
My
Gil
payment
walks.
is they don't get rid of me.
My payment is they're nice to me.
I'm not
Yeah.
subjected.
I have a
I am
couple
not
friends.
tried for my war crimes.
Exactly.
I don't get you for my war crimes. Rem doesn't paralyze me and then start killing me. You know,
Life is good.
Nick doesn't hit me with vicious mockery and call me lizard boy for like 10 consecutive hours until I die. We party here.
It's like there's no monetary payment, but all of these are great reasons.
Spiritual payment.
Exactly.
So Gil is the first one to walk through. I gotta ask, because that's how Lacom's Tower is. Are people following Gil,
Yeah.
or
I'm
I'm following
investigating.
Gil.
or are people
Yeah.
remaining in the
I
library?
so want to pull the lever, so bad.
Well, if you get
Right,
dropped
so
into a trap
really
door
what
and
we
die,
not
then
do
we
that.
won't know. So that's okay.
I
If you
think
just
this is
never
the
show up
wrong
again, it's
way.
fine.
Like, knowing Lacom, this is the incorrect path.
Are you saying this in character?
I am, out loud.
Then let's go try the lever that you so desperately want to try.
Okay.
I'm going
I'm
to
not turning
prepare-
around. I'm not. I'm gonna keep walking. I don't care.
Gil, you
Gil,
keep
I'll
walking
follow
up the
Zex.
stairs.
Gil falls through a false floor and dies.
Gil's about to get Mario 64.
That's if that's what happened. Listen, I got eaten by a worm like a couple hours ago. I'm okay.
We've been Mario 64 to once. You want to do the other part of Mario 64? So,
I'm
show
not
me
saying what's
how you BLJ out of this one. I'm gonna wait by the door. I'll humor it a bit, and I'll hold an action if anything pops out. I'm gonna Sacred Flame it.
for Zex.
I'm waiting. If he pulls this and something begins to attack, I'm going to preemptively cut that shit out.
Okay.
I'll let Gil know, like, wait a second, and then if he doesn't, he doesn't.
Gil,
He
are you
doesn't.
waiting a second?
No.
Okay. Gil continues up the stairs. The rest of the group waits near the stairs, and Zex, you have a lever in front of you.
I'm preparing to make a sleight of hand check to do this as quickly as possible and hopefully not lose any limbs in the process.
Got you. So you think it's about to take your arm off?
I think it might try.
Okay.
And then I'll pull a lever.
All right. This isn't gonna make you trust me anymore, but I still have to ask. Which hand are you using?
You piece of shit. The prosthetic hand, of course. I can afford to lose that hand again.
Okay.
I swear to God, if you ruin this hand, I'm gonna be so upset.
Oh God.
You better not ruin my fancy hand.
You're making a
Jacob.
sleight of hand check. Go for it.
Oh, perfect. I'm so happy that I thought to say that before that happened.
Yeah,
Can I have advantage because I was expecting it to happen?
You get to make it because you were expecting it to happen. Otherwise, it just would have happened.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, we're totally cool. 35.
35. Okay. As far as Zex, as far as you can tell, you slam the top of the book down, and you see as it pulls out with this satisfying sound, the chunk sound, and you hear something shift. Gilgamesh,
Oh, fuck.
Yo.
you are walking.
Ruh-roh.
You are walking up the stairs,
I am.
and you hear this interesting grinding sound.
Man,
And
what an interesting
You
grinding
feel
sound.
the stone wall suddenly brush your right side.
Oh.
That's
Why is it
interesting,
doing
and
that?
now it's pushing into your and now it's pushing you into the walls are getting closer together.
I would like to make. I mean,
You should run backwards before you get Jumanji.
I mean, can I make like? These
Please
are
don't
stone
tell me
walls,
you're
though,
trying
huh?
to like fucking tough out the wall crush.
Well, like these are stone walls, though. You said.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah?
these are the
I bet you
obsidian
can
stone
do it.
walls.
I bet he can do it.
I
How
think it
much?
could too.
How much room do I have in front of me until I get upstairs?
Zex did this pretty much right when you started, so it would be safer for you to run back. You're still making a save.
forward.
Either
wanna-
way, whether you go
We'll also be
forward or
split up if
back,
we do that.
whether you go forward or back, you are going to be making a save. It just depends on the DC of the save.
I want to do a back handspring and make my way out of here. Some
Forward.
cool gymnastics stuff.
Are you going forward or backward? That is the question.
I'm
that
gonna
you
go
can-
back.
You're gonna go backward. I would love a dexterity saving throw.
Listen, I was confident about the worm, less confident
About an entire tower crushing you.
Yeah, I know these walls are strong. You say Dex?
Dex.
Can I see it?
I mean, they're the walls.
Sounds like I get advantage.
You do
Jimmy.
get advantage. This is me inviting you to not fuck it up.
Well, you know, I've done it before, so I can do it again, right?
Yeah.
This is me
I did
inviting
it
you to
again.
fuck it up.
No.
I got a 10.
Oh,
Yo.
I get a little crunchy, it seems.
Oh, everyone's gonna hear a crunch.
Oh, I'm getting very crunchy.
I was holding an action.
For Sacred Flame, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah. You
But
were
I
holding
would like
Sacred
to amend
Flame.
that.
Oh, is that how that
Better
works?
be good.
I am going to.
I mean, I kind of want to get crunchy now.
This is gonna be so fucking stupid. I hate that I have to fucking keep the children alive. I'm going to zip up the stairs and hollow out a 5-foot portion of the wall, so we both are not crushed. It'll be tight. We'll be cozy, but you'll live.
I mean, you'll be taking what is it called? Both of you will be taking damage, but Gil won't be taking crushing damage.
What damage will we? Why? Like, is
Because
it not enough space?
Gil is a 7-foot tall dragonborn, and you are a
small creature.
A small creature. There is still squeeze damage that happens. It is not
I
as
can become
extensive
bigger.
as getting crushed by a building. And I would, and the thing is, and I know you're good at dex saves, but it will require you to run in and make a dex save yourself to get to him.
I can become bigger. I can become a size larger if you want me to.
If you become a size
I
larger,
think
can
that
you
would be
stop this
hilarious.
crushing from happening?
It,
I think
Actually,
it would make it worse, but I think it'd be funny.
but wouldn't I technically like outgrow the space in like such a way that in theory it would break?
Wouldn't it just grow? Wouldn't
you'll
you
get
just grow in
smushed.
such a
You
way
can't
that you
get that
crush
big because
your
you
own
won't fit in the
body?
hallway.
Right, but
You don't fit in.
because it's such like a compact space, I could
You're
get
go-
big and then tough my way out of the walls and like break the whole thing.
It's the thing. I don't know what crushing damage does. You might
It would
just
be-
like.
But it would be kind of cool if I did.
I think I could guess on what it does.
It's either
mean-
like immediate death or like I'm toppling the top half of this place. Both are kind of cool options.
I'm gonna give you.
But I mean,
I don't know
you-
what fantasy world you're living in. Neither of those are good.
So what's the damage?
But if Rem wants to backhand spring his way into here and help me out, he can. Or just doing gymnastics.
I'm
in
giving you
here.
30 seconds to make your decision, and then I'm rolling these dice.
I'm going in, boys.
Make a dex save.
28.
28. Okay. You move in as your hands press against the wall and feel it meld in. Gil, you see this opening as the two of you get real comfy as you hear the wall slam in.
I didn't want to do the cocaine. I just wanted to be in a small bathroom with you.
You two are very comfy right now. As you both take one dice on the floor. Oh, that's not. Well, it's up to it's a matter of opinion, really. 18 points of crushing damage.
That's not
Okay.
bad at all.
Okay. Can I know what it would have been had this maneuver not happened?
I mean, I could roll the extra dice, but it would have been double the
Please
amount
do.
of dice.
Please roll for
Whoa.
me.
But in theory, that's like
It would have
36.
been like 40. Yeah. This was a
Yeah,
waste
that's
of a
not
5th
bad.
level spell. I should have let
Yeah.
his ass die.
you should have let me get crunchy.
The big thing is that right now you two have an action to now get yourself out of it before you take additional squeezing damage because it happens every turn.
Is it almost more effective for me to throw Rem out than Rem try and get himself out?
I'm in the hole.
You guys are
the
in-
wall is pushed up
Yeah,
against
the
it.
hole in the
We're
wall, you guys are effectively crushed. You're in
we're-
complete
we're in a
darkness.
5-foot cube right now.
Yeah, you're in the
I bet I
cube.
can throw it.
Start
Where?
pushing this open. Strength
I
check
don't
this
know.
open.
I'll strength check this open, whatever
You
that
guide
seems
it
to
and
me.
get me the hell out of here. Like get back to one wall, legs to the other, and spread it open.
Yeah, I will. And you said I'm guided too?
Yeah, and oddly enough, I am gonna be like, just for this to work, I am gonna have to be sitting on you cowgirl style. It's like we don't have enough room to do it. So
I mean,
with
listen,
that in mind, you should get us out of here.
you've killed me. I think that's like can't
This
get
is-
worse than that, right?
This is the least intimate thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
All
You've
right.
like sent me to God, and I've like been permanently scarred.
I'll do it again right here if
Zex,
you like.
Nime, and Suna, while they're about to roll this, you can see that although the original staircase up looks like it's been completely pulled over, it has the solid wall that has moved in and has unceremoniously seemed to crush your companions, although not to death, as you can hear them shouting at each other, Rem yelling at Gilgamesh to push. It has revealed a second staircase that goes up in a separate direction.
Oh, hey, look,
Fucking
second staircase.
Knew it.
Can I
No,
like?
you can't pull that. No, I won't let you.
Can I like?
There's no I knew it.
I
He did
knew
know
it.
it.
No.
I knew it.
The door opens. Could I like just crack it a little bit and look through?
If you want to.
I'd love to.
Okay. So you open up that secondary passageway, and this one, the big thing that I would notice about this is it is another staircase leading up. It was moving in a slightly different direction, and you can very well see the extra space that is in this staircase that allowed the crushing rock to move and actually completely fill the other hallway, and basically make it a trap. And even though Rem had quick thinking, it was not enough to push them through the wall its entirety, and they're still stuck behind quite the dense layer of wall. But this staircase, the other one that Gil had begun to start up, looked identical to the other ones. This one, in the weirdest way possible, looks more lived in, almost.
What floor are we on?
She's in the walls. She's in the goddamn walls.
Technically speaking, this one counts as the 5th floor.
Okay.
And this is the staircase leading up to the 6th.
And it looks lived in.
As in, the stairs are worn, instead of it being in this, everything else looked like it had a bit of wear from time and ancientness. This, you can see like scratches of like feet or shoes up the stairs. You can see like wear spots of where someone had like almost like leaned up against the wall time and time again for months or even years, and eventually actually formed a divot in the stone itself. You can see like small areas where like almost like this bleaching effect have happened, where you can see where arcane lights may or may not have been lit in the times before.
Okay.
And that is starkly different than the other staircases.
Okay. So are they dying over there, or?
I mean, they haven't told me they're doing anything, so I'm about to roll these dice again.
He's pushing the walls apart.
Yeah, I rolled a.
Did you not
I
hear me
rolled a.
talk about being cowgirl?
No. I mean, I heard that. I didn't hear about
oh.
pushing the wall.
I rolled a 23 to
23.
push the walls.
All right. You are trying to push a building.
Seems pretty easy.
It's not that easy. As the walls are not budging to you, Gil. That is your action for this turn.
I have an action.
Can you turn that back? Next, can you turn that off?
Should just get out of here.
Turn it
and
off!
I'll deal with
I-
whatever.
Yeah,
don't have
I
an action.
guess.
I guided you.
I'm so
Oh.
prepped to do this sleight of hand again if I have to.
All right.
We are being crushed.
Sleight
I
of,
know.
Sleight of hand.
A natural 20.
Sick. You slam the book back into place, and it shunks back into position as you hear the wall. Gil, you're pushing. It's not giving, and then it gives all at once as you kind of lurch forward out of the 5-foot nook that Rem had placed the two of you in. As the other three of you that were not unceremoniously acquainted with a wall, your two companions are revealed to you about a quarter of the way up the stairs, a little bit worse for wear.
Get out of there so I can hit this button again.
This is the last time I'm going to say this. Don't touch any more shit.
Get out of there so I can hit the button again.
Don't touch any more shit.
I'm gonna hit
We are
the
gonna
button
come out of
again.
this. If you crush me, I swear, it will be death for you and your people.
I don't have any people.
I've got divine favors. Mommy gave me so many good boy points that I have enough to do a genocide. I am gonna
I
leave
hated
here,
all the
though.
words that just came out of your mouth. I'm gonna be
I
so
hate
honest.
But they're
Every
true, though. But they're
every
true.
single one. No,
But you know
that's
they're
you know.
true.
Yeah, it is not an
That's
empty
why
threat.
it's so bad, because it's accurate.
Yeah.
I'll wait
Mommy said-
patiently for them to get out of the wall so I can
Mommy
hit
said
the
it's
button.
my turn to lay waste to the tiefling race.
All right. So
Mommy
Gil
said it's
and
my
Rem,
100-year blood war.
Gil and Rem, you two shuffle out of the wall. What's good, Gil, is the door is more crushed than it was before when you had smashed it. So small
I don't know if
victories.
that's a good thing or not, but I'm okay with it.
Zex, do you want to hit the lever again?
Yeah, I'll do another sleight of hand, I guess. One of these days I'm gonna fail this and it's gonna be really bad.
Nah, you're fine.
Yeah, still
Oh my
totally cool. 29.
Thunk, the lever goes down, and all of you watch from safety this time as the stairs shift and reveal the second, more lived-in staircase leading upwards. Do you step in?
I'll go.
Bomb
I'll go
check.
first.
Fair. Investigation.
I will also be guided for bomb check.
Okay.
I bet Gil still has more HP than all of us.
Yes.
I think so.
Probably. I would not be surprised.
Alpha, if you've kept your life force updated, then yes.
As far as I'm concerned, yeah, I updated it for the
19.
crushing damage.
Oh, I need to update my life total.
Yeah,
real
people.
quick.
I would love for you guys to update your life totals to what they are.
Oops a doodle.
One of you have kept yourselves completely unharmed.
So it's going to go up because I forgot to edit it when I drank those booze last session. Okay.
Okay. What did you roll for investigation?
19.
19. You peer into this kind of staircase. You don't seem to see any traps.
Not so super unsurprising. Up we get.
Up you get. I would like... I think it's been a while since all of you have gotten to roll a dice at once.
I
No,
love rolling dice.
I don't. This is
Roll
awful.
initiative.
Can let's what dice should we? Let's take everyone pick up a d6
Oh, Lord. No.
and just let it roll. And I'm gonna be listening to see if I hear one specific number.
3. Or 3.
5.
3.
3 from Suna.
1.
1 from Gil.
4.
Rem?
5.
2.
Oh wow, we all got different numbers.
Well, you did. Did one of you get the
Guys, we're
bad
so
number?
cute.
Hopefully the bad number was 6, because I think that's the one
Seriously.
no one
I
rolled.
think that is the only...
So,
That is the only number not present at the table.
so I wanted to join in too, guys. And so if you saw mine, I picked up a dice and I rolled it, and one of you happened to
Right.
match me. May the student who rolled a 3 please come forward.
Oh, God. They're gonna swap your mouth and your ass.
I'm dying tonight.
It's so over. We
What do
never
you
should
mean
have
to do?
came here.
Oh, it had to be a couple things rolled. I just wanted to see which one of you happened to step on it.
Ooh, the bomb check didn't work?
It did
I
not.
rolled a 19 bomb check.
This one was a 20.
This is
So
bullshit.
when the DC is 20,
Fuck, I hate it here. I never should have came to this godforsaken country.
As
What
you
am I
all
rolling?
begin ascending up this staircase, wooden inlays, creaking stairs, the wishing that there was more light for some of you, straining your eyes to see anything, all of a sudden the tension is broken by a click sound that cuts the air like a knife. And then all of you hear a very familiar grinding sound as the wall begins swinging backwards.
Can we see the end of it?
So right now, what I looked at is where you guys had positioned yourself before on the map. We just kept it like that. So Rem, Zex, Nime, Gil, and Suna. And so I am going to let you guys decide. Are you running forward or are you running backwards? Because the difference is if the person in front of you fails, you get disadvantage.
Well, I need to know whether or not I can see the end of it first.
Of how this hallway twists, you cannot. But you can tell that it is more advantageous for people in the front, such as Rem and Zex, to run forward, and less advantageous for people like Gil and Suna.
What if we all just strength checked and almighty pushed?
That's your choice.
That'd be pretty funny.
I don't think that's gonna work.
I mean,
Forward.
just for funsies, I'll roll a strength check. It's pretty good. I don't know, man. I might be able to move this wall.
You guys have 30 seconds to decide.
I'm
running
going forward.
Forward.
Gil?
You trust Rem and Zex to make the check?
Gil, Nime,
Trust
forward.
everyone. What, Gil?
I mean,
I'm
if
the
every,
I
you know,
think
if
Suna
everybody
is
else
at the
going-
back.
Suna's
I
at the
think Suna's
back.
at the very back too.
Okay. Everyone's going to
You
make a
know?
dexterity saving throw.
Can I
I'll
see it
start
though?
first.
Oh yeah, you can see this wall.
Is this technically magic?
I mean,
it's
no,
not.
it's mechanical moving. So no one rolls except for Rem right now.
Can I
Okay.
keep what I rolled for the strength check?
No, I didn't prompt a strength check. You just roll for dex.
Oh, yep, that one.
All right,
We're
Well,
all dying.
Zex, you're
Everyone
rolling.
gets disadvantage.
Zex, you're rolling with disadvantage.
You piece of shit. Can I Misty Step in front of Rem? and then
Absolutely,
roll?
you can. Zex, you use your
Do we
bonus
think-
action to Misty
I'm
Step.
waiting for whatever. I'm waiting for whatever Helminia has to say.
Do
here.
we think this is an appropriate time to use my trump card? I need a yes or a no because it really is my trump card.
You already used your action to try and run.
No, that was the saving throw.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
Yes
if
or
there's
no?
if there's a Hail Mary you're throwing, throw your Hail Mary.
What? Just so we're on the same page, Helminia, what do you mean by your trump
No.
card?
No,
Okay.
I'll save this for later.
All right.
Okay.
I can't tell you what it is.
So yes, I'm Misty stepping in front of Rem to not trip over him.
All right, and
Just
then
have
you'll
an
be
entire
making
line of
a. No, Misty Step just gets you out of there. It's not that far up. So you up to how far you can see, and then
Oh.
you're able to slip out.
Oh, I don't have to roll?
Nope, you're good. Auto success.
Oh, if I had known that, I would have just dimension doored me and Rem.
You
What's
didn't.
done is done.
Unfortunate.
Nime, your turn. Disadvantage deck save or shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, yeah, show 'em.
Jumping away.
Use your Herringon jump?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to use a Herringon jump. I will still have you make a dexterity saving throw, but I will mitigate the disadvantage.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You got a D4 too. There.
Am I adding a D4? Is that what you said?
I'll tell you later. Let's go.
Okay. That is a 18.
18 is enough. Moving through, 2 people have made it out right now. Gilgamesh, disadvantage dex, which translates for you into normal, or shenanigans.
Is it? I guess this might cause Suna disadvantage still, but I mean,
Can you grab me as you go?
so that's kind of what I was thinking, but not necessarily grab him as I go, but just kind of throw him out.
Oh.
I guess I might not be able to. I'm willing. Really, the proposition is I am willing to force Rem out and keep myself in to take like the crushing damage. Then
Got you.
me go out leaving Rem here.
Got you. That will be an athletics check instead of a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shenanigans, go for it.
28.
28. Ram, you go and your broom kind of strikes the edge of the wall and you begin to kind of tumble over. You see Ram and Zex and Nima make their way past you and feel your entire body become weightless as Gil literally grabs you like a cat from the back and shot puts you up the staircase. There's this of sparks as your armor and shield glides off the moving wall as you hit the ground outside in the next room.
And then, technically, Suna does not have disadvantage.
Suna, shenanigans or just moving? Just making the save?
How far is it?
The big thing is you don't know, but if you are not aiding yourself through any magical means, the trap forces you to make a deck save. You'll make the deck save?
I mean, if it's not a disadvantage, then yeah.
Okay. Because Gil is not any form of incapacitated or failed, no. He's busy shock putting. Did you say what?
That one?
Oh. Just seemingly doesn't matter then.
As
okay.
You move and step up, it's actually your boot getting caught on the plate of the triggering trap mechanism itself, and you kind of stumble backwards and down a step. And as the two of you begin moving, Gilgamesh and Suna, you do begin to trying to make your way up there to see the rest, and you can see the other 3 people kind of look back and meet the gaze of you two as once again this trap has caught 2 people in its clutches. With failed saves, I will now roll crushing damage.
Ooh, second time today.
I didn't think that this was going to be the trap that is worth its weight in gold.
If I had a nickel every time this happened, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot.
It's weird it happened twice. Yeah?
Is it really that weird?
I mean, I think so. I can't say I've been
You
crushed.
failed the bomb check.
I can't say I've been crushed any other time, so.
Alright, what do you have for me?
So twice in one day. I mean, that's pretty weird.
I sure hope this doesn't awaken anything in me.
48 points of crushing damage.
Ooh, this is so much last time.
Yeah, because there's no hole in the wall.
Yeah.
As
we get them out
you
of it?
can hear this sound of like Gilgamesh's massive greatsword and Suna's mantle being like bent, like not bent, but like pulled and stretched, as these hardy items are the one thing stopping their bodies from just actually bursting into paste from this, but they're exceptionally hurt.
Can Suna teleport?
That's up to them. Goes to right before the next bout of crushing damage happens to these individuals. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna attempt to find a way to turn this off. I'm gonna do a guidance look around.
All
Is
right,
there some metric to turning this off?
make a perception check. Suna,
Oh,
Gil,
I'm
you
so
better
in.
be thinking.
I'm so in.
I already know what I'm gonna
You
do.
got it?
They must have amnesia. They forgot I'm him. 32.
I should have never told you about that.
I found it on my own. You told me about it, but I found it on my own later. I let the archangels take him.
You look and there's a lot of things to be seen here that would easily distract you. However, for the moment, we're going to push that to the side as you look across. And actually, this method itself doesn't have too many things obscuring it, and you can see a variety of, well, the one thing that obscures it is that there's multiple of actual like hard stone and wooden handled levers along the side. There is a set of 4.
Tell me I gotta pick.
I'm telling you, you got to pick.
Can I just make another deck save?
Can I do something controversial here?
I think I know what you're about to do.
Do you think I'm gonna grab all of
Just
them?
gonna flip all of them?
Yes.
I'll roll a d4.
I
Okay.
think that's the best way to do it, honestly.
I'm grabbing, I guess from left to right. Switch number 4.
So the one farthest to the right.
From the trap. Believe it or not, yes.
Okay.
The whole tower explodes.
The whole tower explodes.
all
The
disintegrate.
it says self-destruction sequence activated. Rem, you pull this lever. Nothing seems to happen. That is what you do this turn.
Can I once again ask you for financial support and shot put Suna out the hall?
So the hall has already moved in and crushed. You guys are currently being crushed. There's no room to shot put her. You are more than welcome to attempt to feebly push the wall away from you again, but that did not go well last time.
No, that's not gonna work though. Come on now.
So what am I looking at here?
You are
We're
currently
being crushed, We
being
cannot-
crushed by an obsidian wall.
I
but we
mean,
cannot. We can't just like make a deck save and get out.
You cannot slip out. No,
I mean,
you
Okay.
are in the best
Alright,
case of
alright.
scenarios pinned.
Can I try a lever
Right.
before she tries teleporting?
Which lever?
The one right next to the one Rem pulled.
The third one.
Yeah.
Okay. You push, pull that lever, and it's you
The
do
tower explodes.
no, not the tower.
Now the tower explodes.
Not the tower, but you guys do hear this rumble sound from the floor below you.
Aww.
a
Good thing I'm not there.
third secret passageway.
Well,
No, it just blew up the book room.
No.
No, it closed the wall down there.
Oh.
Mm.
Wait a minute.
okay. JC.
Oh, so then the book room wouldn't have any open doors. Interesting.
What's up?
Okay. So
The bottom row of 3,
Nime.
Gil, Suna, and Nime have stuff that they can do, technically.
Yep.
So-
You may grab a switch.
What's up? Well, what's
So
going on?
it's Me,
Flip a switch.
me and Killer.
Flip a switch? Okay, I'll flip a switch.
Suna, what are you saying?
Me make club switch first.
Okay.
Okay.
They've flipped the 3rd and 4th one. Do you flip the 1st or 2nd one?
Second one.
The 2nd
Somehow
one?
I
Should have
feel-
came to the Scott for
Somehow I
second cut.
feel that magically they've hit 3 out of the 4 that aren't correct.
I mean, you
I
two
hope-
prominent spellcasters rolled nat ones.
hope I'm wrong, but
You hope you're wrong?
Yeah, I hope, you know.
so what are the results
You
of that?
would not believe, as Nime goes up, flips down this 3rd switch,
Yeah.
Gil and Suna, you feel the pressure pull off of your chests.
Oh, damn.
That one was actually the right switch, as the rumble grinding of the Nime saves you guys from possibly being crushed once again.
She saved me from having to use more spell slots, but she saved me.
She
Really.
did. As Gil and Suna breathe a sigh of relief, those who have made it to the top of the staircase and into the next room take in what they see.
I already hate it here, but
Oh,
You didn't before?
no, but like, I haven't known about this room before, but now that I'm here, I hate it.
Mm.
well, what you see before you are crystalline containers.
familiar
Green,
at all?
semi-translucent liquid filling them to the brim. Silver and copper bands wrap the top and bottoms of these containers, as there's about... let me double check. There's about 6 of them.
Are there figures in these?
There's figures... Well... You think that. You see a figure in at least 2 of them. The 3rd one looks like like maybe a half of a figure. Like, you can clearly see like a leg and an arm like pulling out of a torso, but it's missing a head. It's missing the other arm and leg, and those that are pulling out are not completely, well, normal. The 4th tank just has what looks like about the size of a fully grown humanoid torso, kind of slowly shifting. You can see like it moves almost like it's disjointly connected. And then it further almost devolves as you look at the 2nd, until the 1st container is just this ball of flesh that is suspended in liquid.
This is the Lacom room, isn't it?
Would you like to get a closer look at the figures?
Nope.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Bomb check.
We don't need to bomb check anymore. We've already
We're
exploded.
bomb
once.
checking. And by we're, I mean me, and I'm guided, and I'm great at everything. I'm so amazing. 23.
Damn.
As you check around these, Zex steps closer to the vats, his face illuminated with the green glow of the liquid. Hurriedly, you look over, you do a quick once-over of these containers, and they do not seem to be trapped in any way. They actually seem to be quite well maintained.
Or perhaps?
These are probably iterations of the clone spell.
Yes, that's exactly what this is.
Are any of them completed?
2 of them are.
I'm going to pull out the voice and I'm going to smash those 2.
I would like you to not do that.
We can't let her clone herself back in after we kill her. Because she, at that
Can we
point...
make sure it's her first?
Well, yes, of course.
You have the voice pulled
course.
out and shifted into sword form. Do you swing?
Well, I'm going to check and make sure it's her first.
You
It would really suck if it was like O'Brien and Barris in there.
It would suck because there's pieces.
you peer in. You see, well, the fully formed one, the sixth vat. As you get closer, it looks like the fifth one still has some things that are gelling and forming, but the sixth one looks as fully formed as it could be. You do see the stitch marks running up the throat, along the jaw, through the snout. The body half suspended, dragonborn, and the other half floating Asimir. The eyes closed in suspended trance. It looks to be Lacom.
You still opposed to me just smashing this to bits?
No.
Okay.
I will prepare. I will hold my action to sacred flame anything that attempts to attack in retaliation.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we just systematically go through starting with the most completed and just start breaking all of the vats?
Okay. Zex, you take the hilt of the scimitar and slam it into the crystalline glass. This massive webbing of cracks spirals up through the structure, and then another slam brings it crashing, this viscous liquid pooling past you and filling the floor. It's uncomfortably warm as the body, covered in the ooze, slides out lifelessly like a doll onto the floor.
Just to be safe, how flammable does the goo seem?
As flammable as anything that's liquid normally seems, probably not.
Okay. It's okay. Let's just
It's not napalm, guys. Come on.
break all the other ones and then we just gotta destroy the empty husks.
Before that, can I sacred flame the second one that's done?
The one that he broke, or...
No, the other one, the next iteration.
Oh, well, it's still in the vat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sacred flame was the unique thing of cover does not help you.
Mm-mm. As you conjure the radiant flame in your hand and cast it down onto the vat, you see as it moves through the crystalline structure into the vat, the ooze immediately bubbles and boils as you watch the skin flake off and peel like the skin of like a chicken as you cook it, as it just pulls off, and the green immediately becomes this muddled reddish brown texture and becomes much more opaque.
Is it dead?
It didn't move the entire time.
Is it no longer viable?
I mean, you can't see it anymore.
I don't remember exactly what the clone spell says, and I don't want to look it up, so...
I break it, I guess.
Yeah.
Make sure it's done. Should cut the head off of that one there.
Yep, that's what'll do.
This feels so morbid.
You cutting the head off?
Yep.
You slam the sword down onto the slime-ridden doll body, and you can only hear, the only sound that it makes as the head is severed from the shoulders is this escalation, like this escapage of air from its throat and lungs that seems to have been forced out when the head was lopped off of the neck. You move to the fifth chamber, the one that is now this dark brown brine, and slam twice against it until it breaks open. And although the sludge moves out and coats the floor, mixing with the green. The body is no longer there.
Well, you just want to do that to the rest of them,
Yeah, I'm
so
just
we
gonna
can
torch
stop
the rest
making a
of them.
mess.
All right. One by one, sacred flame springs from Rem's fingers as he immolates each separate vat, ending with the one lump of flesh suspended in liquid as that
Okay.
disappears. Now filled, 4 still in contact containers filled with the reddish brown sludge.
If this wasn't Lacom, I'd for sure be going to hell for this one.
Real quick, we do need to investigate this room to make sure there are no more hidden rooms that might have a spare clone in them.
I mean,
Like, Lacom is the most paranoid of the Ascended. We should be as thorough as we can be.
I should probably heal sooner too. Hey, Suna,
Only if you feel like it.
have 70 HP.
Okay.
The radiance rushes throughout Suna as you watch probably like a fractured collarbone or a shattered a shattered rib repairs itself. Suna is looking a lot better than before. The 5 of you are in this room. I will note one final thing I should probably bring to your attention. There is no door on the other edge of the room. Instead, there is a simple ladder that leads up to a wooden trapdoor. From it,
Do we
you can
wanna
hear
check?
the whistling of wind.
Do you want to
Really?
check the other side first? Or just
think-
go for it?
From what
I'm
Suna
pretty sure.
described, that's it.
I'm- Pretty sure I already know what's up there.
We're at the top.
How much time do we have left on the slick and slice oil?
Probably 8 hours for the slick one. Probably 25,
Probably about 20,
25
25
20-ish
minutes.
minutes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what you guys want to do.
Who wants to lead?
I'll do it.
How much? I should do some healing first.
Am I below half? Yes, I am below half.
I'm-
That's okay.
I'm
I'm fine.
gonna tippy tap my shield and give Gil 10 d8s.
Woo! It's gonna be.
And I'm just gonna roll.
10 It's gonna be 10 HP.
It could
Right.
be. I'm rolling this with my
Mhm.
hands, so
I assume we're going up after this.
I think that's the idea.
Okay.
Unless we need to check the other room that Gil was trying to get into when we smushed him.
Is this not? Oh.
Like-
I think we could probably just.
47.
I think we should deal with the genocidal maniac that we have presented ourselves with before. Anything else?
How you feeling?
Better for sure.
Oh yeah, you're fine. He's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm feeling good. It's
Rem's-
not like Lacom's gonna be doing much bludgeoning or slashing damage.
Rem's got a quick prayer. Before we move on, he's gotta pray.
I guess I can join Rem in prayer, separately but together.
The two of you solemn for a second. The realization of what is up that ladder. More importantly, for some of you, who's going to go up first?
I so want to, but I think it would be a mistake.
I mean,
Unless she's holding a spell, in which case me going up first is going to be the ideal situation, because I can perma
I'll
counter
do
spell
it.
whatever she throws.
I mean,
I
I
think we
said
should
I
let Zex
would,
do it.
but okay.
Before we go up, I'm going to cast Crown of Stars, an 8th level slot.
Stars begin forming around the soft light off of Suna's head.
Hey, you guys
Before
want to
we-
hear? You guys want to hear something really funny?
Yeah.
So I rolled an 8.
Oh.
What does that mean?
That means wild magic right before you go up.
Okay.
Would you like to roll the
Let's do it.
D100 right now? I mean, you don't get a choice.
64.
It's just you're going to roll it. Say 24?
64.
64. Oh, 24 would have been nice.
Please let it be
Don't
grease.
grease me.
One
Please
more
don't.
grease.
Please
One
don't
more-
grease me.
One more
So
grease
funny.
for the
I don't want to
road.
be greased. Please.
One more grease for the road.
It was bad enough the
Please.
first time. I don't want it to happen
It was funnier the
again.
second time, and it's gonna be a banger the third time. Grease me. Grease.
Lacom's just gonna light us all on fire and kill us.
Mm-hmm. Suna, these stars, as they rotate around your head, you see this crackling white and blue light that comes off of them. And all of a sudden, your body feels this odd energy. Almost like you're filled with static electricity. Your hair begins standing on end, long strands of it kind of begins moving. Not enough to put you in an afro, but you are charged. If it comes up, I'll let you know.
Oh, what?
That's the worst kind of wild magic.
On that
Yeah.
ye old creatine.
Please, this is either gonna make you the most courageous person ever or the most scared person ever. Please detail every action you take very, very much to me for the
Okay.
next for this moment, and then probably the fight that happens.
Wow.
If you guys don't
Moment
decide to
and
just
every
talk it out
subsequent
with
moment
Lacom
the
for
rest
whatever
of
reason,
Right.
diplomacy it can always be an answer, of course.
No, never.
No,
I mean,
I think it is a character thing that Gil doesn't believe in diplomacy because I don't know if he does.
You've diplomatized like once.
yeah, you've done it.
But was it under the guise of like I'm with other people?
Yes.
Exactly. Thank you.
Rem is the diplomacy master. If you
I
remember a
know.
long time ago, it's like, Rem, you're the diplomat, do something. And I said to the Lich, how was your day? And it worked. It worked.
What an interesting memory to bring up right before we do
What
this.
a road. What a
No,
fucking
don't
road
say
that we've
that.
taken.
Truly.
I wonder if that's where Delilah got her information to start the lich processes from Lacom.
We will never know because Delilah is God and the Lacom
yeah.
is annoying.
Lacom is
We
annoying.
killed that dude's wife.
You did.
Yeah,
was
you
pretty great.
absolutely did.
That was pretty great.
That was pretty great, you said?
We're pro killing people's wives. Is that
We
what it
killed
is?
a lot of wives, believe it or
Oh.
not.
That's like your
I mean, I
specialty.
haven't-
Even
I haven't
more
really been
husbands,
keeping
but a lot
count,
of wives.
but
Yeah, we killed. if I had a nickel every time I killed someone's wife, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice.
That it is.
That's really weird, honestly.
All right.
Anyway, are we gonna end the session, or are you gonna have us walk up there? Because
Any final preparations?
Do I get to do my thing?
I believe I'm going up first, right? Just in case I need to counterspell it.
You're
think
going
that
up
was
first?
The idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Nime had something she wanted to do, I think, right?
Yes, thank you. Can I please cast power? Circle power.
Ah.
if you want to do that immediately, that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want me to cast this as we walk up these stairs to likely come face to face with Lacom where she might
I mean,
be
how
holding
long is the
spell?
spell?
It's with concentration.
10 minutes.
I think 10
Oh, yeah.
minutes.
Party.
Okay.
This stops her from countering it.
So, Zex, you are the one who elects to climb up this ladder first and foremost.
Yep, and I am ready to cast counterspell if necessary.
I'm getting deja vu about this. There's been another ladder that you're like, I'll do it, and like someone's gonna kill us at the top.
I feel like this was.
Yeah, it was in Foremount.
This has happened before.
It was in Foremount, if I'm remembering correctly.
History repeats itself.
I mean, listen, it was prevalent then, it's prevalent now. I mean,
Except for then, I
kinda-
didn't have counterspell. I was just like, yeah, let's go up first, even though I can't do anything about it.
Zex,
And now you can.
Exactly.
you, what is your passive perception?
24, I think. Yeah, 24.
All right, so that does make that.
Mine makes it or hers makes it?
Yeah.
You make it.
Okay, thank
as
goodness.
Zex, you make your way up and you push, and your eyes squint for a second as you hear the cyclone whirling around, and you can see the silhouette of a woman standing astride of you. And as she turns, you can see the blue crackle in her eyes light up, and you realize she's not casting a spell, but next to you, you see a black arcane sigil light up. Would you like to attempt to counter it?
Black, like a glyph of warding?
Yes.
Yeah, let's counter that, because black means either finger of death or, like, power word kill, neither of which would be good. So,
All right.
If
What?
she power word killed a sigil, that is the ultimate form of disrespect. That shit would be crazy.
What level of counterspell are you using?
base.
Please roll.
We should be good. That's a 14 plus 8 is a 22.
Whatever it was, you hear this like silver draconic-esque speech that is like this chant, that like this almost sounds like this death chant, moves into your ears, and you cast it out. It moves and falters. Countered. You step up the hatch, hitting the ground behind you, stepping up and in onto the roof of Lacom's tower. The cyclone makes this the eye of the storm. You watch as the rest of your companions begin to step up and out. As Lacom watches, you see her almost lightning blue eyes kind of dart back and forth, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a shame. It does seem like I've gotten a little bit worse with age. A pity. But I hope my house has been hospitable enough for you all. She moves the cloak that she's wearing back, pulling off, and you can see her forehead and all the way through is stitched together. The entire body seemingly held together with a thread as she drops the hood back, and her hands kind of arc in this odd skeletal pattern, like this claw motion as she sets them down to her sides. All of you in this moment are not allowed to use passive perceptions, but all of you do get to roll a perception check right now.
Five.
5. Okay.
32.
20 numbers. 23.
23.
24. Damn. I mean, Zach's
I'll
got a
do you one
32.
better. 25.
Literally everyone but
Zach's got
Suna
32?
hears
Something like
the sound of a slight, like almost a chain sound coming from behind you.
Are we fighting enchanted chains again?
And you're looking, not quite, as the chains are barely shown. Similar, Gilgamesh, actually, to when your ancestors come and assist you. These ethereal chains are connected, however, to something that is very real.
Oh no.
A crystalline tube. Cloudy, not translucent and easy to see through from a distance. All of you can see a shape suspended in this liquid. Did someone get above someone did get a 25 or above, correct?
I got a 32.
And
Damn.
people
I got
Sam.
a 25.
You may got a 25.
I got a 24.
that's cool.
That was the most disrespectful thing you could have said. That is the worst possible phrase.
Those of you who got above a 25, you can make out the vague shape of a humanoid suspended within this liquid. Broad shoulders, no hair flowing, but like these twists, these odd interruptions to the silhouette. Someone got over a 30.
Oh, yeah.
These disruptions to the form, the wide shoulders, it's not completely natural. You can see the pokings of what has to be armor laid over the shoulders, chests, and leg. However, there's no helmet that adorns the top of this person's head. Instead, horns. Not like a tiefling's, but embedded straight and sticking back from the skull, like a dragonborn. A male. Full dragonborn, no half and half of Lacom, suspended in liquid, encased within this crystalline tube, held aloft by ethereal chains. They don't seem to be moving, besides generally floating in this viscous liquid. And, well, if they could move, you doubt they'd be having the best of times. Zex, you do feel a bit of a chill move through the back of your spine as you realize this is not the same type of vat that was below you. This is similar to the type of suspension liquid that the trolls were held in. But instead, a very familiar dragonborn lies inside of the frosted glass. All of you can also see the area where, to what most of you don't know, but Suna does, a chunk of the roof has been blown off, revealing a second chamber up to the top right of the map. In this one, a more feminine figure, and you can see hair pulling off of their body. A long, flowing dress obscures their legs as they remain suspended. At this point, all of your focuses kind of snap back into the moment as the piercing gaze of Lacom, the collector, is still on all of you. Even as your eyes have shifted around, her visage has changed slightly. Her mouth, which has pulled together and weaved with thread, it seemed as normal as it could be. But now her tongue has turned this deep, inky black. And as she runs her tongue over first the dragonborn teeth and then the Asimir teeth, they are both coated with this deep, deep black ichor that begins running down the side of her face and covering her throat. Well, are you just going to stand there?
We make me a deck save?
You say deck save?
Yeah.
As you begin to well up magic in your hands, you watch as Lacom's face twists, contorts, the two sides of her visage morphed into one terrifying expression of joy. As the cyclone moves up, the 6 people caught in the eye of this storm do battle. And we're going to start the first round of it next week. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm going to end it there.
JC,
Yes,
2 weeks.
I know.
You said next week.
Ah, shit.
We're not playing next week?
It's Thanksgiving next week.
Thanksgiving.
I don't have any family. We gotta pick an extra day. What's everyone's schedule?
I mean, I'm
Completely full.
Unavailable.
Between now
Unavailable.
and the 23rd?
I am not
Yeah,
going
no.
to exist between next Wednesday and next Sunday.
I'm not existing between this, like, tomorrow and Sunday.
Banished
so.
to the
Like I
Shadow
gotta-
Realm.
Looks like I gotta cancel another holiday.
Good luck with that.
All right.
But
You don't think I could?
no, my family likes Thanksgiving quite a lot, so we'd probably just
If I
shoulder
set
through
myself on fire in front of the Congress building, we'd do it.
it. I don't think my family's not that involved. So, thank you everybody so much for watching, and credit to you guys for actually being able to make it through the little like miniature kind of dungeon crawl that was Lacom's abode.
I had a good time.
You can tell us. We skipped some floors, didn't we?
You only, I mean, I would say like 1.5 that you
Yeah,
got
that
rid
sounds
of,
about
but
right.
I mean, like the stair trap really was worth its weight in gold. Like that,
Yeah.
that ate,
I heard.
that ate a little bit, you know.
There ate 2
Heard it.
spells of mine.
So
And one of mine.
yeah, I mean,
I would have had to use 2 third-level slots. At lowest possible, 2 third-level slots to get me and Gil out.
yeah. But you guys managed to make it through Lacom's tower. And now face her at the eye of the storm with these suspended vats. And I'm pretty sure I've given you guys enough details that you guys are smart people. You kind of know what's going on.
let's be real, I can't care about this right now.
Yeah, but
Well,
it doesn't mean it doesn't suck.
what if she threatens to kill them?
I can't care about this right now. Rem has hit a very gritty resolve. It's very interesting to see how Rem went from being the most disinterested to now being the one that's like, I will go forward no matter what it costs me. Because the only way through, if you're going through hell, why stop while you're going through, you know?
Well, we've got some interesting choices, and I hope
Wanted
a
to talk
very
to, but we didn't let me.
interesting combat coming up.
Sorry, she mocked me and
It got to you?
I annoyed me.
I mean, I was gonna mock her too. I
But
was
you
gonna
just stand there and I'm like, fireball.
I was gonna hit her with the solid, like, did you enjoy being our friend? Did you have fun? Was this good for you? Did you enjoy your time?
Was this good for you? We got to get one more off before the end
But
of
you
the
didn't. But you
campaign.
didn't let me.
No.
You didn't let me.
We're
get
going
it.
into combat next time, but
I'm
it's
gonna
not.
have to get it in
It
later.
is not going to be next week, unfortunately, as Jazz thankfully reminded me. There's Thanksgiving next week, and we're going to be off that day. There will be a rerun happening on YouTube of actually it'll be session 123. So this one will actually be out in a little bit, but we still we've made it through. I like to. It turned into like just a legitimate dungeon crawl. It took 2 sessions. This kind of, I would call it still a miniature dungeon crawl, though. This mini dungeon that was actually a tower in the middle of the main city of the nation. It's fine. It's
We
just,
probably could have done it over like 4 hours.
oh
but
yeah.
I mean,
There was more to explore, but you guys, for very, very good reasons, had a bit of an agenda to keep.
in a way,
Yeah.
I think we would have spent less resources just flying up the side.
I
Yeah,
will
probably.
say, because no, I can't say. There would have been complications.
Probably.
More or less complications than this.
Depending on how bad your rolls were. It could have killed someone. Like, it was still technically lethal to go from the side.
Well, like,
Lethal
So that
problem.
Did
That other
nothing
room
was
was
true.
absolutely a trap, wasn't it?
Maybe. Remember? I mean, we are quite literally, I believe, like, we are in the can't stop, won't stop portion of this, and I hope that you guys are going to be excited and pumped to go have a good Thanksgiving, come back, and
No, I'm sad.
fight Lacom.
It's your guys' fault for having family commitments. You'd be like me and just be a loner, but no. Grandma wants to see me. She wants to tell me how big I've got.
My grandma does not tell me how big I am. She's like, she just knows me as the big child, that's what happens when you're the only child in your family that's over 6 feet.
Oh, then your family's short.
My family is like normal size, so like everyone
You
hit
got
like the
Hobbits over there.
American average of like 5'10"ish. My sister's tall for my sister's tall, but she doesn't hit 6 feet. She hits like, I think, like 5'8", 5'9".
You got hobbits over there.
They're not hobbits. I'm just massive.
You're Gandalf. You're Gandalf.
Look,
here.
just because I'm 6'4" does not mean my family's short.
All right, whatever, Gandalf.
If I had a nickel every time someone nicknamed me Gandalf, I would have 2 nickels.
which is not a lot, but it's weird that
It's
it happened
weird it happened twice. And with that, thank you everybody so much for watching.
Mileage out of that joke.
Thank you everybody so much for
Weird.
watching. Thank you to Jazz, Alpha, Suzanne, James, and Helminia for joining me on this journey. We've talked about Lacom for so long. She's been a part of the story for so long, and I'm very excited to see how the gang throws down with her.
We're about to steamroll her.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna spend a good portion of this fight in Warlock mode, and it's gonna be rough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to I'm gonna do something.
All part of his
gotta do
strategy.
Something happened. Like, am I offense? Am I defense?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Find out.
In 2 weeks'
Dragon
time,
Balls
I
Green
almost said next
20s.
week. I almost said next week. But thank you everybody so much for watching. If you haven't followed yet, make sure to follow. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching the rerun on YouTube, make sure to do that. And I will see you the next time. Bye, guys.